Hey everybody, welcome to the iProv vlog, where we talk about how to become a better leader. I'm Jordan Smith, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host Patrick Laughlin. What's up, Pat?
What's up, Joe? How are you today?
I'm doing good. We're talking about something fairly specific today that's right up our wheelhouse, speaking from iProv, the marketing company. But today we want to talk about what not to expect from your marketing consultant. And I think these rules that we're going to talk about really speaks to any consultant that you hire in general, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's your accountant, your marketing consultant, just any consultant in general, these are good rules of thumb for expectations. And really, that's what we as leaders do. We set and we try to manage people to meet expectations. That's what a good consultant does too. And hiring somebody without having clear expectations for the sort of output you're going to get is not a very good recipe for results. And so, there are lots of business people out there that think a consultant is the be all end all and they're going to fix all my problems. And truthfully, lots of people hire consultants, thinking that they're going to get an employee. Yeah. And that is not the role of a consultant. In fact, let's jump into it.
I was going to say, a lot of them think about an employee and they also think they're going to come in there with a ready-made plan, but that is not the case. So
absolutely.
First of all, don't expect your marketing consultant to know more than you do, or again, any consultant in general. There is so much tribal knowledge that you have about the business, right? We're talking to business leaders. So you either started the company or you're so ingrained that very few people, even that has been working with you for a long time, know as much as you do about the organization.
Well, and I'll take it a step further and I'll say, don't ever expect them to know as much as you do or more than you do. And the truth is, the root of the word consultant should tell you all you need to know. The root of the word consultant is to consult. That is what they are there to do. In fact, I would tell you, hire a consultant that absolutely knows less than you, because what they're there to do is to ask questions that you aren't asking, to dig into things that you think are sort of table stakes and have always been done this way. Their job is to look at it and go, why do you do it this way? To ask questions and to see things from a point of view that you can't see because you are way too close to it. And so don't hire somebody with the expectation that they're going to have more knowledge than you do, that they're going to have more analytical or presentation skills than you have. In fact, look for the ones that are sort of not connected to your business even.
Yeah. Pat, you talk about this all the time, which is the best consultants are really good root cause analysis diggers. Basically, they're really good at just getting you to think past the symptom of the issue that you're having and get to that root cause of the problem.
Yeah, Jordan's being very kind. What I usually tell clients is, I'm here to ask stupid questions and to be a novice. And that's the great part about being a consultant, is you're a professional novice. Everything is always new to you. And so you get to sort of live in this world like a 5-year-old, asking why all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why people that are great consultants and really love that job are rewarded well, because that's the exact approach they take.
And as a leader in a business, that's the type of person that's the type of perspective you should be looking for. That's why you hire consultants, because you need that outside perspective on the issue or issues that you're having in the organization. So that's the first tip, is do not ever expect them to know more about your business than you do. Second, we always say, don't expect your consultant to be responsible for the grunt work, right? If it's a marketing consultant, don't expect them to do prospecting calls. Don't expect them to stuff envelopes. If it's a CPA or a finance consultant, don't expect them to do collections for you, right?
No, oftentimes we as consultants are brought in to build a process, and it's our expectation that the process that we build for you, by asking those like stupid novice questions, are going to find some truths, and we're going to turn those truths into actions that you can take, or you can sort of manage your people to take in order to find the success that you're after. And so, asking somebody whose job is to dig in, find real problems, and come up with real solutions to those problems, and create action steps to solve those problems, to then go on and solve those problems. Number one, it's way underutilizing their real talents. And number two, they will be miserable doing it and will not do it as well as the people that you employ to do it.
And it's also probably going to be expensive. So think about it like building a building or a house. These are your architects. If you need somebody to do construction and you're fine with the architecture, go hire construction folks. Hire people internally that can do it. Don't go look for a consultant if that's your major issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't like you said, don't hire an architect to be a general laborer. You won't like the results. So.
And they won't either. And don't worry about it, because the good ones will just price you out of it if you do ask them.
Absolutely. If you want me to build your email campaigns at $10,000 an hour, I'll be more than happy to.
Next, do not expect guarantees. This is something we get asked sometimes in the marketing world, and probably even in the finance world and other consulting. But don't expect some sort of. And if somebody does give you hey, I guarantee you'll be here, ask some more questions and maybe be a little bit wary. But don't expect guarantees.
Yeah, I would run away from anybody with a guarantee that is trying to do some consulting work for you. The truth is, you're hiring someone to help you get results through thinking, through problem finding and solution building. You're not hiring somebody to get the results for you. That's called an employee. Yep. A consultant is not there to be an employee. And so guaranteeing anything, and even guaranteeing that the process that they put in place for you is going to be exactly what you want is also, dubious at best. We believe that there is sort of everything is a continuous draft. You're always sort of looking at where improvements could be made, and a good consultant looks at it that way too.
And it doesn't mean don't ask them what you should expect or what ROI might be or referrals or any of that other regular stuff you would ask for before you hire anybody or, pour a decent sum of money into anything. But I would almost flip it and say that a good consultant will actually ask you for guarantees, verbal contracts on the time that you guys plan to spend together, any homework that they give you. So I would even flip it and say a good consultant will ask you for some specific guarantees as far as the type of attention you're going to pay to the advice that they give you.
No, I think that's a perfect point, because most consultants, the thing that drives them craziest is wasting time. Yep. And if they think that you're going to waste their time, they'll move on to somebody else because, at that point they're highly sought after. And they're looking for people that are going to take their time and their advice seriously. Yep.
Next tip that we always like to follow and tell folks is don't expect their sole focus to be just on your business, right? And that's a hard thing to admit. I'm paying this person good money. They should drop everything when I pick up the phone and call her when I have a problem. No, if you just get past that, it's going to make that relationship a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important that your consultant is focused on you when they are with you or when they have promised a deliverable to you. But, to think that you are the only person that I am thinking about 24 hours a day, once again, that's an employee. That's a senior leader in your company or a middle manager. That is not a consultant. That is not what we do. And in fact, that you don't want that because what you're hoping to gain from a consultant is somebody with a broad knowledge. And in fact, you want somebody that has seen lots and lots and lots of problems from lots and lots and lots of companies so that they can take what they learned over here and what they learned over here and apply it to your business in some new and novel way because the problems are similar. That is what a consultant's job is they connect the dots from the different things that they learn, and they make new and unique things to solve this problem, which has a component from here and a piece from here and a piece from here, puts it all together in a plan that you can execute.
That's a great point. I want any consultant that I pay good money for, I want them talking to as many people that are just like me as possible. Because even in our shoes, how many times have we borrowed not only a resolution, but kind of a thought process from another conversation that we had, Pat, and moved it over to a different client that we have.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is, once you sort of hit on a successful plan that's working, it can be applied pretty universally, with some minor modifications and tweaks based on industry or client or market. And so somebody whose sole focus is you is going to be reinventing the wheel all the time, which is incredibly disruptive.
Yep, absolutely. So last tip that we have, do not expect a good consultant to be cheap. It's the old you get what you pay for adage.
Well, and going back to some of our conversations about Derek Sivers, being cheap speaks directly to your value.
Yeah.
Hire the best that you can afford, and follow, the previously stated rules. You don't necessarily have to have Bain Capital or McKinsey that are charging $1,000 an hour, but don't look for the guy on Fiverr that's charging you $15 an hour either.
Yeah.
That old adage of sort of buy towards the middle. It's hard to go wrong there. And oftentimes consultants that are able to charge a reasonable fee for their time have plenty of evidence of their effectiveness to back it up. So.
Absolutely. And, most of the people that are watching or listening to this have a pretty good feel for people. So, just also figure out, talk to a couple different folks on the different price spectrums and just see which one you like more and which one you're more comfortable with. But, get, like Pat said, get the best bang for your buck, but don't expect the cheapest guy in the world to give you some, to help you arrive at some eureka moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you follow these rules, Joe, and you will have successful relationships with consultants as you grow your business.
Yep. We've got these rules in the show notes. If you guys have anything else that whenever you guys are looking for consultants, you make sure to include or consider, let us know. We'd love to hear it. Subscribe, like, comment. As always, we appreciate your input. Some of our best subject lines have come from you guys. So do us a favor and let us know what you're struggling with, what you're thriving at. We're trying to mix in more guests to this also and talk to other leaders who look just like us and look just like you, to kind of share their story and some of their tips and techniques. So as always, we appreciate it. And Pat, peace, peeps.